Hi guys, I'm Dimitri from XYZ Create, and last Halloween I showed you guys how to build the ultimate pumpkin carving knife. But in order to build it, I used a bandsaw, a drill press, a belt sander, and a few other power tools you guys might not have access to. So this Halloween I'm building version 2.0, and the only power tool I'm going to use to build it is this $20 drill.
I start this project off with a small walnut dowel. I mark the center and punch a small hole with my scratch awl. I then grab my drill sergeant, chuck up a 23/64" drill bit, add a piece of tape to act as a depth stop, and start drilling the hole. It can be a little difficult drilling a perfectly straight hole with a handheld drill like this, so the bit I'm using is a little oversized, which will give me some wiggle room down the line.
So, just like my last pumpkin carver, I'll be using an old worn out jigsaw blade for the knife. It no longer cuts wood like it used to, but it eats pumpkins like nobody's business.
This thing has definitely seen some better days, so I restore it to its former glory using a scouring pad. After a few minutes with the scouring pad, this thing is as good as new. With the blade cleaned up, it's finally time to attach it to the handle. And for that, I'll be using Total Boat's high-performance epoxy. I start by adding 1 pump of the resin and 1 pump of the slow cure hardener, which gives me some extra working time. I don't want the epoxy to be clear, so I tint it black using 2 drops of Mix-All Universal Tinting Paste. I then mix everything together thoroughly, making sure to scrape the bottom and sides of the container. With the epoxy mixed, I pop the blade into the handle and fill the hole up with resin. Because the hole was cut oversized, the blade is off center. In order to fix this, I'll be using a technique I picked up from candle making. I start by positioning the blade roughly in the center and then bracing it with popsicle sticks covered in packaging tape. The popsicle sticks keep the blade in the center, and the packaging tape keeps the epoxy from sticking to the popsicle sticks. I adjust the popsicle sticks as needed until the blade is perfectly centered. Once the epoxy is cured, I remove the popsicle sticks. Using some blue painter's tape, I mask off the blade in preparation for handle shaping. In order to make this handle more comfortable to hold, I'll be rounding over the ends, and I start by marking out some guidelines. To create the shape of the handle, I'm using an inexpensive 4-in-1 file. I start by removing the bulk of the material with the coarse side, and then smoothing everything out with the fine side. With the bottom end of the knife shaped, I flip the knife over and work on the tip. But before I do that, I need to remove the excess epoxy. A few strokes with the file makes quick work of this. While the bottom end of the knife got fully rounded over, I'm giving the tip a small chamfer. I personally find this combination to be very comfortable, but you can play around with the shape to see what works best for you. With the handle shaped, I gave the piece a quick sand job to remove any file marks and to make everything silky and smooth. To finish the piece, I'll be using Total Boat's Wood Honey. I start by applying it to a lint-free cloth and then I wipe it on. It's super easy to apply and really brings out the natural beauty of the wood. With the finish applied and the painter's tape removed, this project is done.
So this knife was a ton of fun to make, and there's so many different options you can choose, from different jigsaw blades to handle materials to really make this thing your own. And if you do make one, please tag me on Instagram because I would absolutely love to see your version of it. But with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, I'd really appreciate it if you guys would like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, check out some of my other videos. That'll do it for this one, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!
Dude, I can't tell if you're in focus or not.